kind of nervous. Okay. Hi. Okay. So, quick little detour. I'm not the type to make these type of videos or any videos at all, but I have seen that lately there's been a lot of talk about the Ace family, and I did have an experience with them in a way, and also with Ryan and Leslie. So Ryan being Catherine's brother. The talk has not been anything positive at all, and I think it's time we just all speak our truth and speak facts. Just stop believing and creating monsters out of people who just don't deserve our views, because thanks to us, like, viewers and whatnot, they are who they are. And I just think it's time to put an end to that, because those people really do not deserve it. And I'll explain why. Okay, so first thing first, let's just jump right into it. Enough with the chit chat. Okay, so first thing first, I was friends with Leslie Hernandez, which is Ryan's girlfriend, wife, I guess we can say. I mean, they have a kid together. So I was friends with her. It's been about maybe 3 years now, and I'll pull up some pictures right around here somewhere. Okay, so I've been knowing her for the longest. We met in high school, and she was just always known for being really crazy, like really crazy. And nobody really hung out with her because of that. But I'm a nice person, you know, like if you haven't done anything to me, then I'll go ahead and I'll give you an opportunity to show me who you are, which I did with her. And we were friends, and we would always hang out, and we just became really close friends. So every time we would go out, it was just a hassle with her, I guess we can say, because she just always wanted to like super perfect and super cute and this and this and that, and like would always mention her like wanting to be famous, and like can we shush that dog? Sorry. She just she just always mentioned her wanting to be famous and wanting like her to like be known and whatnot, and like go for it, you know what I mean? Like everybody has their own goals in life, and I would just always support her in whatever it was. I know there was this one contest, I think it was with Twan, or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name, but he was like, I'm pretty sure he still is like the same like YouTuber, or I think he's from Vine. She won a date with him on some dating app. I'm not sure which one it was, but she was 18 at the time, and no, she was 17 at the time. I'm sorry, she was 17 at the time, and I think you had to be 18 or older in order to participate, in order to actually win the date. But I guess they didn't check her age, and they booked her a flight, and some reason she just didn't end up going. I think her mom didn't let her go. I'm actually not sure, but I never like really knew the tea behind that. But she just like, you know, would always, basically she just wanted to be famous. So thing is, she had this ex-boyfriend who she was totally in love with. Oh my god, we've all had that one toxic ex, you know? That was her toxic ex, like crazy toxic, like toxic, and to the point where she would have sex with him, like unprotected sex, while she would tell him like, I'm on birth control, and she would literally tell me that she wasn't, you know? But not once did like anything happen. Like, I don't know, she basically told me, she's like, I don't know, but like I just can't get pregnant, I don't know. And that went on for like months, and I mean, he would always, you know, in her, but nothing ever happened. So, and then I'm sure by now, well, if you guys haven't, there's a few videos out exposing her in a way, saying like she used to stalk the Ace family. She would show up at the Ace family house and take pictures with them. She just was like an Ace family fan. And there was like a lot of talk about that because it just was such a coincidence, you know? And till this day, I can assure you, 100% assure you, the way they say they met is 100% fake. Just like all of their videos, whatever they purchase, whatever they put out there is 100% fake. If he buys her, let's say, Victoria's Secret, I think they made a video of like me saying yes to like everything for 24 hours. They returned everything. And these are their words. But the car they have, I think Ryan said he bought it or something like that. But no, they go 50-50 on it and they're still making payments. The house, I'm not sure, he said he bought it, but they were renting and their lease is up in December, I believe, or November, I'm not sure. But and Ryan and Leslie split the rent, and I think their roommate pitched in like $400 a month, which is not that much, but he did pitch in. So I don't know, just so you guys like have like an inside like look on her, whenever I was with her, and if you ever had the chance to hang out with her, you know she would always want to do like spiritual things. I know there was numerous times where she wanted me to play the Ouija board with her, and I was like, ooh girl, that's just not it for me. But she told me she would just always play it to get answers. A lot of them were questions she had about her ex, the toxic ex, and she was just really obsessed and like really crazy, really weird energy when you were around her. She never did anything bad to me. She never harmed me in any type of way, but it's just those people you just rather stay away from, you know? Because at the end of the day, you don't know exactly what you're working with, if that makes sense. But yeah, so thing is, she told me okay, this is her story. This is me and her at the beach having a deep conversation and her just spilling everything. So she told me that so she had this friend who her uncle was an angel, she said. I don't know, really close to God, right? And she would go to this guy, and this guy would tell her, well, this man who lived in Coachella, I believe, would tell her, this is gonna happen to you, this is what you have to say, react this way, do this and this and this and this and that. And basically she went to him because she wanted closure. She wanted to like not feel heartbreak over her toxic ex. So like, you know, like no judgment, like do whatever you have to do to get over an ex. Like if it helps you, it helps you. But okay, and then this is where things just started getting a little bit too weird for me. She mentioned she did a ritual. She went to the beach on a Saturday, a full moon, and she took a candle. I'm not sure if it was a melon or a watermelon. It was some type of fruit. She wrote a letter, you know, saying, I want this, I want this, I want that. Basically asking for a famous YouTuber boyfriend, which I think the Dolan twins were like mentioned. I don't know. It was, there's some tea about that, but I don't know all of it, so I don't want to like get into, I don't even want to bring it up because I can't back my story up because I have no idea what happened. But She's like, I want a famous YouTuber and this that. I'm not sure if she wrote like, I'll give you something in exchange or not, because like I'm saying, at that point I just kind of flipped. I was like, wait a second, where are the cameras? Because this is not it. This is really not it. Please tell me you're kidding. Please tell me you're playing a freaking prank on me. Literally, you guys are literally filming this for your YouTube channel. Of course, yeah, I'll listen to you. Yeah, what else? And no, it was not like that at all. She told me that she took a candle, she lit the candle up. Once the candle blew out, she left the melon, like she let go of the melon. I guess like she was holding it at like the edge of the water, and she let go of it, and then like the waves just kind of like took it, and she just left. She left. A couple days later, she met Ryan. And how they met exactly, I never really wanted to ask because it just wasn't my place to, but I can assure you that it was a lie. It was a lie, and it just sickens me that we as viewers watch these videos and we admire these people, and we're like, oh my god, like these people are worth my time. These people are worth my 30 minutes. These people are worth my like, you know? And they're not. They're really not. So it's literally time you guys add things up and realize YouTubers nowadays are fake. I'm not saying all of them are, because there's some really good YouTubers out there who I personally love and I watch all the time. But the Ace family, Ryan and Leslie, are canceled. They're 100% canceled. Well, at least for me. But anyways, so she goes on to tell me that, and I'm like, oh my goodness, girl. Okay, you know? And then she goes on to tell me how much money she makes from Fashion Nova, from like all these like brands who want to sponsor her and whatnot. And it's just crazy. Ryan posted his first video with her September 1st, 2018. It is now October 16, 2018. Take away 9 because she was pregnant. Take away another 2 because their baby is now 2 months old. So 9, 10, 11. What? Yeah, it's not adding up. It's really not adding up. And let me go ahead and let you guys know what Ryan told me. Ryan told me him and Leslie were arguing, and I'm an easy person to come to. I'm an easy person to go ahead and like tell your problems to, you know, like to come to. I'm an easy person to go ahead and like tell your problems to, you know, like welcome you with open arms. And I think Ryan felt that. And I know there's I came out in one of their videos actually. I'll post like a little clip somewhere here, but just so you guys can see how comfortable he seemed with me, and it was all like good and comfortable and whatnot. But roll the clip.
Okay. Okay, did you...
You know what's scary? You know what's scary? If you have a girl, it might look like that.
That's not scary. That's beautiful.
That's scary.
Don't touch my chi-chis, please. Ouch, don't chi-chi twist me. Okay.
So then, like I mentioned, Leslie and Ryan were arguing, and Leslie was in her room upstairs. I was in the living room because I was spending a couple of nights there. And while I was in the living room, because like I didn't know what to do, like I was just so confused. I was like, I asked her, I was like, are you okay? Do you need anything? She was like, yes, I just want to be alone. I was like, yes, that's fine. Like, go for it, you know? And then Ryan actually comes up to me and he's like, He's like, I just don't know what to do anymore. I was like, why? What's wrong? He was like, cause she trips out about everything, and I'm just so over it, and this is not what I want. I was like, oh. And Ryan starts spilling so much tea about Leslie to me that I'm completely shook at this point. He told me that when they first met, Leslie told him that she was 22 or 23, and that he asked again, and she was like, oh, actually, you know what, I'm 21. And then he asked again, and she's like, you know what, I'm 17. She just turned 18 this past April, so he was with her while she was still 17. And he told me that she lied about her age, like I mentioned. And then she also lied about having colored eyes. And I know what you're thinking. I mean, couldn't he tell that she had contacts on? But Ryan, for those who don't know, has really bad eyesight. I know there's like a whole video. I don't know if the Ace family put it up or Ryan uploaded it. But there's this whole video about like his eyesight and like him getting surgery. And it did work for a while, but his eyesight is actually really bad at the moment. I know he has contacts, but they like burn his eyes, he mentioned. So he's not wearing them. He has really bad eyesight. So he just sees like really blurry right now. Which, why is he driving is my question. But whatever, okay. And the first few times they would meet up and hang out, she would keep wearing her contacts and her contacts and her contacts and her contacts until finally, oh, and then he mentioned like she would never really make full on eye contact with him, which we know why now. And until one day, I think she was like, you know what, like, these are contacts. And he was just kind of like, another lie? Really? Another one? And at that point, she just had lied to him so much, but he still stayed, you know, because I mean, when you're in the public's eye, it's kind of hard to not do the right thing, or at least what society feels is the right thing, you know? He mentioned he had an ex who he was on and off with for like 3 years. I'm not sure what her name is. I just know she lives in another state. I live in California, by the way. She lives in another state, and I think the last time they saw each other was around the time Leslie texted him, I'm pregnant. And he was just kind of in shock because he actually wanted to go ahead and try things out with this girl again. But since she was pregnant and he's known, he kind of just had to like say bye to his ex and let that be, you know? So he did the right thing. He stepped up as a father for his child. And nothing against them at all. They're not bad people. At least not Ryan. Ryan is honestly, I can tell you, a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy who has a really good heart, who welcomed me into his house with open arms, didn't even question who I was. He just like, hey, like, what do you want to eat? Like, what's the move? What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? Nothing bad to say about him at all. Which is kind of sad because he's such a good person and he has such a good heart, and like for Leslie to have done some type of like witchcraft is insane. And then I don't know if you guys remember or not, but in one of their videos they mentioned that a psychic thought that they were having a boy. That psychic is not a psychic. She calls herself an intuitive advisor, and I met her. I have screenshots actually of when I asked Leslie. I was like, who's this? Because like we were all in the room together, and like I didn't want to be like, who is this, like out loud. So I texted Leslie. I was like, who is this? And she was like, oh, she's a psychic. I was like, how much she charge? Because I'm trying to get a reading. I'll pull up the screenshot of that message right here. Okay, anyways, okay, so they mentioned that she was a psychic, and she even thought that they were having a baby boy. Me and her actually became quite close, and we met up after meeting there. We met up in TJ in Tijuana. We met up over there because she was staying over there at the time, and I stopped by her at her place. We had dinner, we talked a little, and she just said, "Can I tell you something?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" She was like, "You know what? I need you to be honest with me. Like, Ryan has told me, like, he's been having really bad dreams. He just does not feel okay spiritual wise." And I was like, "Well, you know what? Like, honestly," and I told her, I was like, "Honestly, Leslie did this, that. I don't know if it has anything to do with it." And she was like, "You know what? It actually might, because like what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing is not normal." And she was like, "And maybe that's why Leslie tried to stay away from me, because I did notice when we were all together, Leslie would just kind of try to like avoid her in a way. Maybe because, you know, I feel like maybe she thought like, okay, this girl's gonna know I did witchcraft on my husband." In a way. So basically what I wanted to say is that Ryan talks shit about Austin nonstop. You can ask me, you can ask anybody who hangs around Ryan, that he talks shit about Austin so much. He literally says Austin is not who he tries to be in videos. He says that he's not the best husband, that he goes out, he leaves Catherine. Catherine is aware about all of this. She knows that Austin cheats. She knows that he's just not right for her. But she doesn't want to leave because she thinks that being together makes them like stronger together. I don't know. That weak mentality, literally. And then I know Ryan mentioned that one of Austin and Catherine's goals is to become A1 list celebrities. And it's like, for you to tell your child, do this, say this, wear this, choose this, that mentality is not okay. It's not okay, and it's not something we should be watching, and it's not something we should be supporting. And it's not something we should be supporting. So I just find it really horrible that Austin acts like he's somebody he's not. Ryan is aware of this. I'm 100% sure everybody in the family is aware of this. If Ryan and Leslie are aware, and they're not even like around them that often, I can't imagine Austin's dad or people who like do spend more time with them, friends or whatever it might be. Like, I mean, obviously they can't say anything. I'm 100%, it's for legal reasons, but I have no type of contract with anybody. I can go ahead and say whatever I want. There's no issue. And I just find it disgusting that Catherine does not put an end to it. But I mean, it's literally your life. Just know that I will no longer be supporting your videos, because it's not a situation I would like to be in. But I just think YouTube nowadays is really fake. It makes me really sad just to know that they have a lot of supporters who they're letting down, who they're feeding lies to, which is exactly what Ryan and Leslie are doing as well, you know? And it makes me really sad that they're following Austin and Catherine's path. But I don't know, as long as the viewers realize it's all fake, then my video did its job, you know? If you still want to watch their videos knowing it's fake, knowing they're actually miserable, then go for it. And speaking of miserable, I actually have a recording of me and Ryan. Leslie asked me to talk to him because they were having an argument over what was it again? I'm not even sure, but we literally had to go to the hospital 2 times because this girl, one, she was driving really fast and she hit her belly with the steering wheel, and she just had me like talk to Ryan and like ask him all these questions. She even had me talk to their roommate Isai and like send him like these messages. Like she would literally word by word tell me what to write, and like I would just send it, and they were messages I didn't want to send, but like, you're my friend, and like whatever the case is, like I'm here for you, you know? But I just can't anymore. I just really can't. I was not gonna make this video. I don't make videos. I just post pictures and videos once in a while on my Instagram, but YouTuber? What? I mean, if you say so. I guess I'll become a YouTuber. I'll make real content. I'm not like these lame YouTubers who go out and spend $500 on something, and once the cameras are not rolling, they return it. That could never be me. But whatever. Everybody lives their life however they want. So I'll pull up the video where me and Ryan are having a conversation about how him and Leslie are arguing, and I'll also pull up the screenshots of where Leslie is telling me to tell him, like, talk to him, tell him this, tell him that, and I'm like, okay. So all of those will be inserted.
said, at the end of the day, we also need time apart from each other.
But she said months.
Well, that's from someone who's really emotional. Really, the smartest and
Because she's what, 6 months, about 8? She said until the baby's born.
That's fine. I'm not here to tell nobody. She's your own person.
That's true. But you guys both really want that?
I'm at a point, it's like, bro, I'm 26 years old, man. I've been through this shit. So I'm to the point, like, you know, God, whatever brings my life, let it come, let it go.
Oh, you're back. But yeah, so that's basically it. Just keep an eye out. If you think you're watching fake content, if you think these people are lying to you, don't watch it. Don't watch it. Because honestly, in our brains, in our heads, we're thinking, wow, like, I want to be like these people. Like, I admire these people. I support these people. When in reality, you're way better than that. You're way better than that. And they, I don't know, they just don't deserve the platform that we're giving them, because they're using it in such a disrespectful way. I mean, literally, this girl, Leslie, is crazy. She fell down the stairs. She slipped on the last 2 steps, and she did not want to go to the hospital. She was bawling her eyes out, screaming and yelling to me, I don't want to have this baby. I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't want to be tied down to Ryan. I don't. And it's like, girl, cut that shit out. You're not 15, 14. You're 17, which is not the oldest age, but it's still kind of older, you know? So I told her, I was like, honestly, stop. Like, I don't know. I just really can't. And me and Ryan would text throughout all of this, and I would tell him, like, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? Do I call her dad? Like, I'm literally in shock. Like, I've never had to, like, be there for somebody who doesn't want my help or doesn't want any type of help at all. And this was just an extreme situation that I did not know how to handle. And I will pull up the screenshots of me and Ryan in our conversation, and me telling him, like, what do I do? Like, I just don't know what to do. And I'll also pull up the screenshots of where Leslie tells me to text Isai, and all of that. All of those will just be here. But yeah, I hope I at least got through to some of you, and if I didn't get through, at least I hope you guys liked the little tea time we had. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want, you guys can, like, subscribe or whatnot. You know, like, just, like, subscribe, like, just do it. You're here. I gave you some really good tea, and I gave you facts, and I gave you receipts. So subscribe. Okay. Well, I don't know, maybe you guys will hear more about me soon. We'll see what happens. We'll see. people's reactions to this video. We'll see. We'll see the tea. Okay, bye.